we're doing something very close to home with me, and that is Wisconsin River smallmouth in the springtime. Very similar to walleye. On most of the rivers you go to, smallmouth will like to run up that river to spawn. And it's a certain time of the year, every year, that a large group of big smallmouth, that's a toad for the Wisconsin River, that's an awesome fish, will come up in droves upriver to spawn. And this is a classic thing. This is something I grew up fishing doing, so it's very close to home. And whenever they decide to do it, it's always an awesome time. There's a big one. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, don't come off, don't come off, don't come off. Keep them going one way. Keep them going one way. Chatterbait, smallie. Another 3 3/4. A very, very underutilized smallmouth bait. The chatterbait. I don't know why they like this thing so much. It must just really aggravate them. Because you can throw a craw in there and not get a bite. But a chatterbait that looks like a craw, that has a nice wobbling head, they love it. I don't get it. Catch another one. I love that bite. Scrubbing, tick, 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 slack. Oh! Especially with this rod. This rod is perfect. This is my baby. I need one rod. That's my secret. It is a 7'2", what is it heavy? 7'2" heavy, moderate action, Mojo bass glass. Oh my god. Dude, I think he's spawning right there. I think there's a fish spawning right there. He's done that twice now. Honestly. That was the craziest thing. He's gonna bite again. Same spot, like tick, and then nothing. And then tick, nothing. Like, oh, there he was again. There he is again. That time I got him. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's a horse. Not a horse, not a horse. 3 to 4 pounder. Ooh. I'm almost 90% sure this fish is spawning. Oh, this is a nice one. Alright, so we've caught 3 fish. Well, I haven't caught them yet. But we've hooked 3 fish, all in 3 different baits. In 10 casts. Come on, bud. Hey, buddy. Isn't that funny? That if you grab them by the belly, they just like... That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Big male. He must be... I swear to you, that thing was... Maybe not. Maybe he's just being weird. But... Awesome. Awesome fish. Long, skinny, it looks like old male, honestly. But I've thrown... Let's catch another one. There is a pile of them. I have caught 3 fish on 3 different baits. And you would think, maybe this is just how I fish, but if I'm not getting a bite in a place where I know they're stacked pretty much every cast, I'm gonna play around with stuff every other cast until I figure out exactly what they want. You don't need to do that if you're just searching out fish, but constantly rotate through stuff, because even if you're on a spot with a lot of fish, if you're not getting bit, try something else. Especially in a spot where, like, we're fishing one current seam, and that's it. There's only one cast to be made. Give them a different look, repeated cast. If you'll watch, I'm constantly making a cast, putting that rod down, making a cast, putting that rod down, making a cast, and giving them different looks every few casts. We'll catch a lot more fish because of it. That was a wacky rig. A little wacky. Little wacky. Jerkbaits. So, I've been throwing that chatterbait. Switched up because I know there is a pile of fish here. It's just you got to get them to react. First or second cast of that jerkbait again on the same seam. Got a nice one. 2.5 pounder. A 2.5 younder. They want it. They want it. Pause. Holy cow. Like 5-second pause. That's a big key with a jerkbait too, is especially if you have to, like, long pauses, make sure you're keeping an eye on your line. Because if your line twitches, I mean, they'll suck that thing out and blow it right back in your face before you get a chance to even set that hook. And especially if you're making long pauses, you could be getting bites and really have no idea. So keep an eye on your line. If it twitches or it starts, you know, swimming away, set the hook. Set the hook. A classic Wacky in the shallows. Simplest way to catch a fish. That's a little female. Cute as a button. Cute as a button. Want to see me lose a bait in one cast? Yep. Want to see me do it again? That was a fish. I blew that. I blew that. I'm like, I just got stuck there a second ago, so I don't really know. So I'm gonna pull into it and not set the hook like an idiot. Ooh. Gosh, that's awesome. Especially in currents when they fight so hard to begin with. Oh, barely had him. Barely had him. What? Beak. Look at that thing. That's kind of a weird shaped one. His fin's all screwed up. Nice Wisconsin River smallmouth. Look at, he's got like, that's an old fish. Nice. Nice. I mean, look at the scenery. This is as pristine gets. This is classic Northwoods, Wisconsin right here. You got a mill, a dam, a power structure. This is what fishing in the Matrix looks like. In super shallow water, you want to be as sneaky as you can. So in a place like this where the whole seam has fish, like, you're only going to get so many chances before you got to let them rest and they get used to the power poles banging on the rocks and your trolling motor over their head. So I can see bottom. Like, you can, they know you're there. Let's put it that way. I gotta give this stuff down here a little bit more of a check. It's just a touch deeper, and we haven't been able to hit it very well. So. There's a big one. Gosh, he crushed that thing. I don't know how big it is. No, not big. Just ate it weird. Just ate it weird. Just a little fella. Just a cute one. He didn't even, he like had it locked in his nose. Cutie. Why you see they get hook goofy is they're just trying to pin it to the bottom, and you'll get some that are outside the face, but all they're doing is they're like stalking it, and they're like pouncing on it like a cat and smashing their face in. I really, I watched him eat it. Did you? Oh, they on that bait. They on that good. Okay, I'm gonna swing you. This is heavy line. Woo! They on that good. Oh, Chatterbait Smalley. Such an underrated smallmouth bait. I hate that I'm sharing this. I really do hate that I'm sharing this. Another nice one, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. But there are much bigger up here. As soon as that sun gets real high in the sky, they will show themselves. Awesome. Mining brown gold. Oh, they on that good. Kind of an overlooked bait for smallmouth is the chatterbait, especially in rivers. You know, I'm not really keeping this thing up in the water column. I'm more or less scrubbing it on the bottom to make it look like a little crayfish. I've cut down the skirt real short. I've got just a craw style trailer on there. I think that's just a speed craw. But really you're just trying to slow this thing down and just keep it kicking the rocks, but also keeping that blade going at the same time. Catches every year, seems to catch the biggest river smallmouth for us. Oh, that was a sweet jump. Oh, they on the chatterbait. Gosh, it's such a great bite. Such a great bite. Looked funny. Looked funny. This is real life. This is real life. This is what Wisconsin fishing is supposed to be. Easy. 3-ounder. Should we make it 3 casts in a row? Or? It's a little rise, and it's like maybe 10 rocks. He touched me. He touched me. There's, oh, good one, Mark. Good one, Mark. Real good one. Real good one. 4.5 yonder. Ah! Don't do that. That's a better one. That's getting better. Now we're at 18.5. Oh, choked it. It's funny, year after year, the biggest smallmouth seem to come on the chatterbait. This is dumb. This is dumb. Oh my gosh. This is stupid, dude. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is getting out of hand. This is really getting out of hand. It's every cast. Oh, ow! Don't hurt yourself. This one might get off. He's a little feisty. He's not that slow. Okay. Oh no! Touch a carpet. Oh, look at that one. He's got lipstick. My boat's clean. Look at that. That's a cool one. Have we gotten the hint on this one? This video is about chatterbait smallmouth, but if you want to check out more information on chatterbait largemouth, click the link below. Okay, so this spot is just kind of slowing down. We've caught a ton of fish here and really burned the spot. So when it comes to this time, like, you found a mother load of them, but after you burned them, like, don't be afraid to go check other stuff, because now that we see that they're grouped up on this spot, it's a really good hint that the rest of the lake is going to be on. Like, as soon as you find one group of smallmouth, the rest of them, in some part of the lake, they will be ganged up, and you can go find and exploit the same pattern over and over and over again. So that's what we're gonna try. Keep moving and grooving. Find more active fish. Shouldn't take long. It's perfect out today. Water's warming up, the fish are moving up, and they are biting. If you find them ganged up on one spot, after you haven't had much luck in like early springtime period, there's a reason. They've all moved up and they're all packed up. So if the spot goes cold, just keep moving. You'll find more. Not a big one, not a big one, not a big one. Oh, it's half yonder. Good to see the size limits are working out here in Wisconsin. Big, small, I love them all. That's not true. That's really not true. Have fun. Oh, this dock is so inconvenient. Oh, that's a good one too. No! No! Get out of there! No! Good boy. Good boy. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Hey! Nice! Like we were talking about before, if they settle down on one spot, just keep moving. If you find them wadded up somewhere, there are going to be other places where they're just as stacked. Do some searching. We know this lake very well, so we know where they're going to be stacked up. But in your case, if you haven't fished a body of water before, just keep moving and grooving. Use search baits like a jerkbait, classics like crankbait to find them. And once you find them, slow down, pick them apart. You'll have a fun day. They are stacked. Oh my God, you should have saw all the fish that were with that thing. There's like 20 of them down there. Nice, chunky, probably a 3-pounder even, 2.8 to 3 pounds. But there are a wad. Let's catch another one. This is pretty basic. Hook, line, 8-pound test, and a Wacky rig senko. If you want to catch fish in the springtime, if you want to catch fish in the springtime and you don't know what to throw, just pick up a Wacky and start with. Oh, my words, I can't even talk. It's funny, I was out here 2 days ago. I never had a bite. Not a bite. It's amazing how fast just a couple warm days will like speed up the process of the pre-spawn and get them out of their wintering holes and pushed up tight. I mean, 2 days of warm weather. That's all it took. Now that we've caught a bunch of them, like every time I catch a decent one, you could see the group of them come out. So now I'm gonna let that spot cast around other places because that's the juice. Now we just gotta let them set up on this little shade spot in this eddy. When they do set up again, we'll be able to catch them. Nope. That did not take long. Not a big one. Oh, maybe it is. No, get out of it. No. Almost landed on the... This is ridiculous. These are the days that you wait for all winter long if you live up in the north. Not a big one, but a nice one. And they're fun. Every one of them's fun. See, bud. Key pieces of equipment for today's success. Tech tip. Ready? We're in tech tip corner. Okay. Chatterbait. You saw us throwing a lot of that up in the heavy current in the shallow water. A glass rod is super imperative for letting those fish get the bait deep into their mouth and not letting that blade pop out of their mouth. I like a 7'2" heavy moderate action. This is a Mojo bass. Perfect for this technique. And I am sure I can be biased when I say this, but this is like my favorite rod in their entire arsenal. Chatterbait, 3/8 ounce jackhammer. Little craw trailer. This is a Zoom speed craw. Dragging it along the bottom, slow rolling it, making sure it pops off the rocks and looks like a crawdad is basically all it is. Another great bait anytime in the spring is going to be a jerk bait, especially for smallmouth. We like hot colors in this dirtier water. Lets the fish see it from a long distance so they can come and chase it down. 7-foot medium action rod is about right for me. I like a little bit longer rod so I can get some distance on the cast. High gear ratio reel. I like, since I'm just jerking and pausing it, I like to be able to catch up with fish if they run at you. Then kind of the cleanup bait. Like if you know fish are located where you have specific spots that you're casting to, a finesse bait like a Wacky rig is tough to beat in the springtime. I like longer rods and spinning rods, and a 7.6 is perfect for me. A lot of people like a 7-foot or a 6'10". 7.6 medium action, the Yamamoto Danko, and a higher speed reel. Just a little guy.
What fish is this?
I have no idea anymore. Just too many, too many to call. They're so hot and heavy on this shore right now. Oh my God. It's like I haven't cast underneath that dock in a while, and all of a sudden, oh hey. Not a bad one.
Yeah.
Not a great one, not a bad one. Jesus. We just moved spots from a place we were catching, I don't know, it is every cast, but we really like to catch some bigger ones today because the conditions are right. So that's what we're gonna try to do the rest of the day, is go after big mamas. Looking for big mama drama. So this bank, you got a big wintering point with a channel that sweeps up next to that point. And right here, we've got a perfect spawning bank. It's nice and sand, a little bit of gravel, and we got these docks. And these docks are almost like largemouth fishing. They stage on them before they go to spawn. It's a perfect last little hangout spot because this bank is very devoid of cover. So that's it. That's all they got for cover. And they're easy pinpoint spots. Kind of their last step before they go up to spawn them.
That was a joke. Hold up to a stretch docks that always have big ones. Second pitch, lose a big one. Nay, break off a big one.
Okay, so we tried running around the lake looking for bigger fish. It just seems like most of the females are just a touch behind and we're catching a lot of males. So we're back on the spot that we absolutely pounded fish. Just hoping to get one or two more before we head in. Let's see how this goes. If it was anything like the last time we fished here, it shouldn't take much, but now that I say that, it's guaranteed we don't catch one. And they died. They all died. Nope. Woo! If I can get him in, that's gonna be a wrap for us. Oh, we have been absolutely spoiled. We have been absolutely spoiled today. Oh my gosh. We have been absolutely spoiled today. Just back on this little spot that we found. Catching one more. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you got any questions, comments, concerns, send it down in the comment section. We're all ears here. Hey, good fishing.